Ever had that bizarre feeling? That chilling certainty that you've lived this exact moment before? A conversation, a location, a fleeting glance, it all feels eerily familiar. This is déjà vu, a French term meaning already seen. Mainstream science has a pretty straightforward, almost boring explanation. They call it a neurological short circuit. Think of your brain like a computer. Your temporal lobe, which handles memory, momentarily glitches. It accidentally tags a brand new experience as an old, stored memory. The circuits that scream, "This is familiar," fire just a split second before the circuits that say, "I'm recalling something." It's a simple misfiling error. This happens to about 70% of us, especially when we're young, tired, or stressed. It's just a brief hiccup in your brain's biological software. Nothing to see here. Or is there? Let's dig a little deeper with the dual processing delay theory. Imagine your brain has two pathways for perceiving the world. Normally, they work in perfect sync, but sometimes one path is a fraction of a second slower than the other. The fast path registers the scene, and then, a millisecond later, the slow path delivers the exact same information. Your brain, receiving the same data twice, interprets the second signal as a memory. It thinks, "Wait, I've already processed this." This theory hints at something unsettling. Our seamless experience of reality is an illusion. It's constantly being stitched together in real time by our brain, and sometimes, the editor misses a cut. The glitch isn't the déjà vu, the glitch is that we notice the edit. Then there's cryptomnesia, or hidden memory. This idea suggests you actually have experienced something similar before, you just don't remember the source. Maybe you saw a picture of a place in a magazine as a child, or overheard a conversation in a movie, or even dreamed about it. The memory was stored, but without the context. When you encounter the real thing years later, the memory resurfaces without its original tag. Your brain says, "I know this, but I can't tell you why." The occult implication here is fascinating. It suggests your unconscious mind is a vast, hidden library, and sometimes a book falls off the shelf and opens to a page you were never meant to read. It's a leak of forbidden data from the depths of your own psyche. This leads us to a more mystical explanation: precognitive dream residue. Many people who experience intense déjà vu swear they dreamed the exact scene, sometimes months or even years before it happened. When the event finally occurs in waking life, the feeling of familiarity is overwhelming because they are, in a sense, reliving the dream. The psychologist Carl Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful connection between the inner world of the psyche and the outer world of events. The dark twist. If you can remember the future, it suggests the future is already written. Your life might not be a series of choices, but a pre-recorded script that you're just acting out. The déjà vu is you remembering your lines. Let's push this even further into the realm of quantum physics and esoteric thought with the parallel timeline bleed theory. The multiverse concept suggests there are infinite parallel universes, and in each one, a version of you is living out a different life based on different choices. What if déjà vu is a moment when your consciousness briefly overlaps or bleeds into the consciousness of another you? A you who has already lived this moment. The feeling isn't an illusion, it's a genuine memory, just not from your timeline. You have been here before, you have had this conversation, just not in this particular branch of reality. For a split second, you're experiencing the life of your alternate self. Now for a favorite in modern alt circles, the simulation rendering error. This theory posits that our reality is a highly advanced computer simulation. Like any complex program, it has to be efficient. To save processing power, the simulation might reuse assets, locations, people, scenarios. Déjà vu is a lag or a glitch in the rendering. The system accidentally loaded an environment or a script twice. You, the player or observer, noticed the duplication before the program could patch it over. It's the universe's equivalent of seeing the same non-player character model walking down the street twice in a video game. It's a crack in the code, a sign that the world isn't as real as it seems. Taking a turn into Gnostic horror, we find the Archon bookmark theory. Ancient Gnostic texts describe parasitic inorganic beings called archons, who feed on human emotional energy, particularly fear and suffering. In this view, déjà vu is something truly sinister. It's the moment you register a bookmark or a flag that these entities have placed on your timeline. They mark key moments of intense emotion to return to them later for an energy harvest. The eerie feeling of familiarity is your soul, trapped in a cycle of reincarnation, remembering a previous time you were tagged in this exact same trap. Déjà vu isn't a glitch. It's you noticing the bars of your cage. A more biological, yet still esoteric, theory is the pineal activation spike. Your pineal gland, sometimes called the third eye, is a tiny gland in your brain that produces melatonin. Conspiracy and spiritual theories suggest it can also produce small amounts of DMT, a powerful psychedelic compound. A sudden, random micro-release of DMT could briefly blast open the doors of perception. This would give you a glimpse into a non-local, non-linear reality, the eternal now where past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. From that perspective, of course this moment has happened before. Every moment has always been happening. The feeling of already seen is a brief, shocking glimpse of eternity. Then we have the Jungian archetypal recognition. This idea, popular with thinkers like Jordan Peterson, suggests déjà vu isn't random. It tends to happen during moments of profound symbolic significance. A first kiss, a major life decision, a near-death experience. These aren't just personal events. They are archetypal patterns, mythic structures that have been reenacted by humanity for millennia. Your collective unconscious, the inherited psychic memory of our entire species, recognizes the pattern. You feel like you've lived this moment before because, in a way, humanity has. You are playing a role in an ancient story, and for a second, you remember the entire script. So what's the final, unsettling truth? Whether it's a brain glitch, a memory leak, a parallel universe, or a simulation error, every single one of these explanations points to the same conclusion. Déjà vu is a momentary failure of the grand illusion. The illusion that time is a straight line. The illusion that your experience is unique and happening for the first time. For a few seconds, the veil that separates us from the true nature of reality thins. You see the machinery. You see the repetition, the script, the loop. You see the code behind the curtain. And then, just as quickly, your brain panics. It papers over the crack, dismissing it as a weird feeling, a trick of the mind, and you forget. You go back to believing in the smooth, linear story of your life. Until the next time, until the next glitch. The more it happens, the harder it becomes to ignore. The harder it is to pretend this is the first time any of this has occurred. You start to feel it, a persistent, low-level hum of familiarity beneath the surface of everything. You were never supposed to notice the repetition, but now that you have, the feeling will never fully leave you. Welcome to the loop. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow for more trips down the rabbit hole.